Good afternoon, everyone, from SeaWorld San Antonio, where we'll be experiencing their new for 2026 roller coaster, Barracuda Strike.
So this is actually going to be the tallest and fastest of the B&M family inverts. The sister parks to here, such as Busch Gardens Tampa, Busch Gardens Williamsburg, both have a version, but this one is going to be
the biggest in North America, which is crazy. And I'm really actually excited to be back here because it's been a couple years. We have not done Catapult Falls. We haven't done, they added like a little Zero like junior coaster. So there's actually like quite a bit of stuff here. I think today we're just gonna be experiencing Barracuda Strike. We're here for their media previews. Park isn't even open for the public today. So we're super grateful. Thank you so much to SeaWorld San Antonio for inviting us out. We appreciate it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this because if you remember back to our Big Bad Wolf video, that ride surprised us.
Yeah, oh, it was great. I thought that it tracked a lot better than Phoenix Rising, and I imagine that they probably just are continuing to make it better and better and better. So I'm sure this one will be even smoother.
Yeah, the first early reviews we've heard of it is that this is the most dynamic of the three. Yes. So, you know, take that for what you will, right? It's still a family coaster, but I think it does look to have a pretty interesting layout.
Yeah, I like that, like, from the pictures and everything, it has kind of like a double lap over the water and everything. Like, everything's very, like, the track is very intertwined. And, I mean, if you've already seen, it literally threads through Steel Eel, like through the lift hill, which is super duper cool. I've not really seen that before.
Yeah. So, this is going to be a good time. Let's go on into the park. And here is our first up-close look at the attraction. Here's our sign. This is a very industrial style that they went for, very simplistic. I really like the sign though. It's right here next to the brake run. You can see Quick Queue is over here to the right. The main entrance is here on the left. And they do have a test seat. This is the same classic over-the-shoulder lap bar that we have on the other B&M family inverted coasters, such as Phoenix Rising and Big Bad Wolf. And it is a 48-inch height requirement to ride alone, but if you're with a companion, you can be 42 inches. And for context, here's that main iconic view of Steel Eel and Wavebreaker. So yeah, they really fit this thing in here. It's actually pretty impressive. Look at this. The lift hill goes through the supports. That's crazy. So here's how they fit this queue in. This entire space was just kind of empty because the station for Steel Eel is right over there. You can see where the lockers were. So they just like worked in all these different paths for the main line, going right up against the brake run. Great use of space. And here's our look at the station. First thing I'm noticing, all these fish just hanging above. Oh, that's so fun.
All of the fish that are hanging up there are kind of like wind chimes. Like when a breeze comes by, they start to kind of like, some of them will like tap each other, I think. Or like they just make like a little chiming noise.
Interestingly enough, this ride also has a max height requirement, 77 inches, which I think would be like 6'4", something like that. That's interesting. That's a new one. First ride here on Barracuda Strike, going for a ride up front. I'm looking forward to this thing. We got to watch those test rides. It looks pretty fun.
I don't think I realized there was like onboard audio.
Right. Oh, the Big Bad Wolf has that too. Obviously Phoenix Rising. So we're going up 90 feet tall, top speed 44 miles per hour. I believe around 1,800 feet of track. Looks good here, going down by the water.
Can we appreciate how nice the lighting is right now?
This is beautiful. Look,
everything's so nice.
You can see every coaster in the park from up here.
Right down to the water. Let's go.
Oh, look at that. Whoa!
Wow! Whoa! That pulls more forces than I was expecting.
Yeah, right?
Nice! Oh man! Nice! I like all the theming!
Yeah, right?
Whee! We're up on the boardwalk.
There we go. I love that it has the onboard audio. That's so
so fun.
And it's nice and loud.
Right, you can clearly hear it. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
They put up a lot of theming pieces, like actually during the layouts.
Yeah.
Threading through, like, because the whole vibe of the stations, I guess, is meant to feel like you're under a boardwalk. So
Under the boardwalk.
No, that was
we'll
cool.
Be having some fun.
I mean, it's obviously meant to bridge the gap between like Wave Breaker and Great White. I think it does just that.
It's an excellent in-betweener.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, and here we go. Our final ride of Barracuda Strike for the day. We're going for a ride in the back row at sunset. Look at this.
You know what? It's annoying that I can't hear you that well, but that means this is working.
You know,
so that's good.
Sometimes you can't hear onboard audio. This, you can hear loud and clear. I hope it stays that way. Seriously, this might be my favorite view in the park, which is funny because we're right underneath Steel Eel, but seriously, you can see every roller coaster up here. It's great.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Oh my.
Forceful.
I know.
Some high banking turns on this thing.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Over the pathway. There you go.
The layout on this is really fun. I just think that it can track a lot better. And I've said this before, like, and I'm saying this because I know that it can because we've done Big Bad Wolf, and that one runs smooth. And that's a sister park, right?
Right.
Like, this one runs more like Phoenix does.
Yes, it does. So coming off Barracuda Strike with about 5 rides, most of them actually ended up being towards the back, but we also got some in the middle and of course there towards the front for that first ride. So I feel like we got a pretty good feel for it. I think the one thing that, like, we knew that this was gonna be the tallest and fastest of this kind, you really feel it. Like, this is kind of
different.
Like, it is probably the most intense of the 3.
Probably Big Bad Wolf would be the chillest, right?
I think so,
and then
yeah.
Phoenix in this. But I feel like the gap between this and Phoenix is pretty sizable too. Like, it's still, I mean, it still like fits the family bill.
Right.
But it's like leaning more towards family thrill.
Right. I mean, some of those turns get pretty banked. There's that one over there, like midway through the ride. It feels like you're almost at 90 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah. And like when you go down the valleys, like, it pulls some like positive G-forces. Like, no joke.
Yeah.
It's a fun ride. It's just, I just wish it ran more comfortably.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where my consensus is at as well, because I think that overall it is a solid stepping stone for like this park. Again, like, it really does like fill a gap that SeaWorld San Antonio needed.
Yeah.
And I really like its placement. I even think the colors, I was unsure how I feel about the colors, but like seeing it in the park, I actually think it works.
Yeah, originally I was like, it looks like a road, like the gray and the like orangey yellow are the lines in the road. But now that I've seen it in the scape, I'm like, okay, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, no, I think it's solid.
I judged preemptively.
I think just because the whole thing is like, it's not shaky in that it is like a headbanger, obviously, because it's just a lap bar. It is shaky in the sense it's more of like a vibration, like a bounce to it. And I think I was mainly just surprised about it because the last one that we did was Big Bad Wolf last year, and it felt like it had fixed the problem from Phoenix Rising. So I'm just curious, like, obviously you have like the construction teams that put it together, you have the fabrication of the actual track, and then the trains, like the actual construction, you know, maintenance, how they take care of it. There's so many aspects that like bring a roller coaster to run the way it does. And so I'm not sure what is different between this and Big Bad Wolf, but something does feel different because it feels more like Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just a little odd because like the family coaster market is quite broad. Like, there's a lot of companies doing a lot of different things, and I feel that for the most part, everything runs very glossy, smooth. And I don't know what's going on with B&M because like historically, like we've already obviously covered this a million times, like talking about like it's changed over the years. But even just within this type of ride, like we've seen a pretty wide range of how they run. So I think that probably part of it is because it's like more intense.
That could be it, absolutely.
The fact that it's faster and everything maybe makes it lean more towards like the Phoenix Rising side.
Sure.
But it's just, I don't know. Like I'm trying to think about like doing Dragonflyer or any of those other like family inverts from like Vekoma, and like they honestly have even more dramatic of movement, and I don't find that they track quite like this.
Right.
I just like, I like the layouts. I like the concepts. I think they're cool rides. I just want to have them figure out the formula to doing this with the comfort of what other companies are doing.
Right, and frankly, how BM used to be. I mean, now the one thing is, I never did a family inverted coaster for them before Phoenix Rising. That was my first one. So like, there was a couple. There's two. There's Happy Valley Beijing and Happy Valley Shanghai. So like, when we eventually get on those, that I think will be an interesting comparison of like, how is that running? Because at this point, those have been around for many more years.
If they run more like an old B&M, is what you're saying?
I am very curious, right? I don't know. So like, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they turn out. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'm glad that SeaWorld San Antonio, one, is getting this much investment.
Yeah.
Because like again, in the time since our last visit, they've had 3 substantial attractions. And when I first visited this park, my big critique was that it felt too empty.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's anywhere near as much of an issue as before. So like, I love the direction that this park is going in, and that it is offering now more of a variety of attractions. Like, this is so different from the Family Zero Coaster and Catapult Falls, right?
Yeah.
So varied experiences are good.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like this park, and I think that they did a good job, like with like the presentation and everything, like with, you know, how SeaWorld has kind of shifted from, I feel like in the past, if you look at like Busch Williamsburg and even Busch Tampa, like it used to be, and SeaWorld even, like in Orlando, I feel like they used to be like a little more like heavy on the theming, but with like the style they've started to drift towards with like doing things more stylized and everything. I really like what they did with
this is a stylized feel. It's kind of like
it's
a bit more industrial. Like, that's I think a good way of
it's
describing this ride, because it's not meant to feel like, I feel like an authentic Barracuda like tribute. I mean, maybe the part of the station feeling a bit more like a boardwalk, but like even the outside and everything here is kind of more like mechanic.
It works.
But it works with the colors. That's where I think the gray comes in well.
Yeah, because it's like it's like very like gray and like hushed tones, and then you have like all the pops of color from like the fish, and I think it looks really cool. I really like it.
So all that being said, we got one more thing we're gonna go check out before we end things out, and that is actual Barracudas that SeaWorld San Antonio has now. You believe it? That's pretty cool timing.
Yeah.
Let's go see them.
Check this out. New for 2026, also at SeaWorld San Antonio. Actual Barracuda. Brand new. Look at them. They're so much smaller than I expected. I don't know anything about Barracuda. Wow. Man, they're pretty cool looking. Look how big their eyes are. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you can go ride the ride and then you can go see the fish.
So I was just chatting with somebody who works here, and he was saying that if you could like get close and like really look at their teeth, they're almost like needles. So when they catch something to eat, it's like it literally just like stabs through and then they swallow it whole.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not want to get bit by one of these
sort
guys.
of like what I do when I'm really hungry.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Don't even chew.
So if you want to go check out those Barracudas, all you gotta do is go straight out the main entrance here to this complex. You'll hang a left towards Discovery Point. You just walk into their main like reef center. You don't even need a park ticket to go check that out, which is pretty cool.
I did not know that until today. I did not know that there was a section of this park that was like, sure.
That's where the dolphins are. If you want to swim with dolphins, you go over to Discovery Point. That's where I did it.
Without even...
You don't even need a park ticket, and it was way more affordable than Orlando. Like, if you want to do it, like, this is a pretty good spot for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, that was pretty cool that they actually brought over Barracudas for that, right?
Well, it was funny because you said it as like a joke. You're like, oh, maybe we'll get to see a real Barracuda today. And they're like, we have a group of 10.
I'm like,
10?
oh.
Like 10?
Didn't see that coming. Yeah, no.
The
All right,
heck?
this was a fun time. Again, huge thank you, SeaWorld San Antonio, for inviting us out here. Congratulations on your big new attraction. I look forward to seeing, again, more investment into this park in the future, because I think it's clear that United Parks is not stopping here in San Antonio.
Yeah, well, especially you have, I mean, Fiesta's like out of the Six Flags parks, like that's a premier Six Flags park, right? So if you're gonna compete, you got to put a lot of money here because they put a lot of money there. So.
Yeah, and they offer very different experiences. So like if you come to San Antonio, do both. Absolutely.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Heck yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course make sure to stay tuned for more here at Coaster Studios, and we'll see you next time.